It's Sunday. It's 8 o'clock. It's stream time. Hi folks, and welcome back to Arrakis and Dune Awakening once again. How is everybody? Hope everyone is doing well. Let's have a quick look over on chat. We have a few people on chat tonight. Put that to there. Let me see. Hunglo87 was first in chat today. Congratulations, well done. Shade was second, hello to you. And Bandy B was third, saying, hey Anger, evening chat. Good evening everybody, how are you? Kathy Ann was next, hey Anger, hi chat. Zeros99, hi Anger chat, hope you didn't get blown away. No it didn't, so we've for those who are not in the UK, we had an amber weather warning this weekend. We were supposed to get Storm Dave, I think it was called, which was a bit of a strange name, was supposed to be hitting us yesterday afternoon throughout the night, but there was very little happened. I was told by my partner that it was very windy during the night, but I slept through the whole lot, and when I got up this morning, it was all over, and it was all fine, and it's been a nice day today. So yeah, Storm Dave didn't really hit me very hard at all. So all good. Let's see, who else is here? Rex Havoc is here, good to see you. Six Badges is here, bonsoir mon ami. Kenneth Brenner, hi, hello all. Servbot23, it's not June yet. Bad Guy's here, hello Bad Guy, good to see you. Dan Irvin is here, saying happy weekend to all. Game of Hobo, hello to you. Good day. I haven't had a chance. I've been busy. We've had the grandkids this weekend, so we've been. I was away seeing Super Mario World, the new Super Mario movie, whatever it was called, with them today. It's actually really good. It's very funny. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I haven't had a chance to really catch up on everybody's videos from over the weekend, but I'll certainly get caught up. If not tomorrow, but at least the next day. But good to see you anyway. Game Labs is here. Good evening. How is everyone? Says Game Labs. Let me see. Maria Shamon. Good to see you. Hello to you. Kane's here. Greetings, Kane. How are you? Dave Hogg's here. Keep getting an error message. What error message are you getting, Dave? DC Weston says hello all from Washington DC. Well, hello to you from Scotland. And Kane says, smash that like button. Gently, as we say around these parts. We don't want anybody smashing the screens. Father Jack is here. Good evening. Storm Dave was a washout. Nothing happened there either. Okay, so it wasn't just up here. And Game Labs does say it was very windy last night. Yeah, it was. I let the dogs out late last night, and it was raining, and it was a little bit windy when I let the dogs out for the last time, and I woke up this morning, it was fine. But apparently I was told by my missus that it was really windy during the night, but hey-ho. Okay, so we are back in Arrakis. Last week we went and got the bits that we needed to craft our buggy, and then we took our little buggy out for a little spin and got some with the cut array on the top and the storage on the back, and we were able to get lots more material from that than we can with our hand cut array. So I think today we will continue. We've got the fourth trial of Aql to do. What will we do? Let's do that first. I wasn't actually planning on doing that, but let's do that first, because it is very nearby. We've actually been up there, because it's up at the hand of whatever that, up the top of that rock there, the hammer. Let's just shoot up here, and let's go and get that done. I can't remember if that's the good one or not. I can't remember what one that is. So let's go and have a look. So we'll come up here, we'll find somewhere to park the bike that's sheltered. Can we get, is it under? Can we get sheltered under here? Sheltered, it says, above the bike on the bottom right, so off the bike. And then we have to launch ourselves up the top of there somehow or other. We need to get... Come on. There we go. Up we go. How far can we get? Pretty far. And then get up onto a ledge where we can stand up and get our power back. And here. There we go. Let's get our power and stamina back. Up here. I can't remember, it was a couple of weeks ago we actually climbed to the top in the first time. There is actually, you can see the sort of structures, like broken structures that you can actually use to climb up, because obviously it's very high up, and you can see it's hollow in the inside. There we go. Right, so if we launch ourselves up there, you can see where all the ropes are and stuff like that, and you can work your way around. Suspensor belt helps as well. Up here. So how's everybody's Easter weekend? Because of course it is Easter weekend for the people who celebrate that, and it's chocolate weekend for the people who celebrate that. There's a lot of people, I don't know if it's all over the place, but in the UK it's Good Friday and Easter Monday are public holidays. But they're not for me. I think I've overshot. I have overshot. It's over here. Can I float across? Not quite. Kind of. Yeah, so in my company, those days just get added to your annual leave, and you can take them whenever you want. So I was working on Friday, and I'll be working again tomorrow. But I did have a couple of, I think I mentioned last week, I was away down to Liverpool to watch the Scotland game for a couple of days, and what a great time I had in Liverpool. Absolutely fantastic city and fantastic people. Had a great time there. Oh, there's a sandstorm coming in 2 minutes. Okay, we'll be inside, so we'll be okay. That guy said, wanted to come and say... Wanted to come to say W stream. Okay. What does W stream mean? But welcome anyway. That guy 454. Game of Hobo says my wife is cooking an Easter feast as we speak. What is an Easter feast? What are you having? Father Jack says, did something silly in Conan. I went looking for gold and got ripped a new one badly. Oh dear. A winning stream. Ah, okay. Thank you very much. I've never heard that term before. Right. Locate the fourth trial. We have located it. Interact with the altar. So this one isn't broken. Ah. So that symbol on the wall there gives a big clue of what we're getting from this. Didn't catch you actually streaming very often. What Game of Hope said. Cool. Thank you. Atreides. Wicked stream. That'll work as well. Thank you. So Father Jack, did you go way up north into the volcano to look for gold? Because if you're playing your video series that I've been watching, you're not quite high enough to go up there. It's a positive thing. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Thank you. Yanni's here. Hello everyone. Late again. Had to give a ride to my niece. She went to some Sunday concert. Good to be young, right? Yes, nice one. So Hobo Gamers having honey glazed ham. Yes. Cheesy scallop potatoes, yes please. Deviled eggs, yes please. And broccoli salad, yes please. That sounds lovely. Lovely jubbly. Right. Let's head into the drug-induced dream. I did hit a camp first, and that's when the ripping started. Don Evans says, sounds like a splendid meal. It does indeed, doesn't it? Stephen Petricka, hello from Minnesota, USA. Caught you live. Welcome, Stephen. How are you? That guy says, Gamer Hobo, can I come over? You might have a few people wanting over. Sounds good. Right, okay. Okay, I remember this one now. So there we have a Chris knife. Take it. And we have to go into a bit of a fight. Right, you, come here. Chop. Get off. Oh. There we go, he's down. Next. Who's next? Go on. Yeah, oh, two at a time. You out, take you out. Back her up. Next. Party. Oh. Get off. Chop, chop. Oh, he's not really taking any damage at all there. There he goes, down now. Comes more. But you can see we actually haven't got a health bar, haven't got a stamina bar. In actual fact, you can go on here for a long time, so you actually have to let them defeat you. There we go. Oh, oh, oh.
The fire of God set alight. Thine enemies shall fall.
Awaken precedence. P. Whoosh. There we go. We're really getting into the spice now. Now we've got abilities. These are actually sword master abilities. So let's see. Oh, why did that not work? Go. There we go. AoE thing. Take you down. Take you down. Next. Come on in. Yeah. Knee charge. The worm in the background and pick them down. I was going to say, is there any more? But there is. Knee charge. .360 thing, whatever it is. And some more. Oh, only got one in range that time. Ow, ow, ow. X. There we go, done. And the path has been built. Okay, let me see. Where were we? Where were we? How do we honor the creator? We fight. Remember Salusa Secundus Bila Khalifa. Gamer Hobo was tempting us all with these what he's a way to have. Danny's saying, oh, happy Easter everyone. Yes, Game Lab said, had a nice weekend, been prepping a new video series starting on Tuesday. Will be a special one. Interesting. Dave Hogg says, I was trying to wish you a happy Easter and got the error message. Oh, really? Everyone's welcome, says Gamer Hobo. Oh, there's a dangerous thing. Luckily, most of us are far away. Dan Ever says, I tried fighting them for so long on this trial originally. Yes, me too. Me too, until you work out eventually that you actually have to get defeated by them. Ian Og says, sorry I'm late. The train had a flat tyre. Ba-doom-tsh. Yanni says he used that line before at school. Right, we can get out of here now. Out we go. And up here.
Ibn Qurtayba, the fire of God set alight. How do we honor the Creator?
We fight. Oh, and then I hit awaken by mistake. Oops. Dancing Game Labs with the teaser. Yes, he's just teasing us. We'll have to wait till Tuesday to find out what this new series is going to be. And once again, we've waken up in a cave after taking some strange drugs out of a bowl. Spice experience. You're now experiencing the effect of spice. Consumed spice or being exposed to spice fields allow you to progress towards a prescient state. The prescient state allows you to access a third ability, reduces ability cooldowns and increases damage dealt. It also grants immunity to poison effects. Oh, immunity poison effects. That's interesting. After experience a prescient state, you will experience a withdrawal phase where you cannot consume spice. Your tolerance to spice also increases, making it more difficult to reach the prescient state again. Over time, your tolerance level will decay, but you can choose to overcome it by consuming greater quantities of spice instead. So you can now see at the bottom of the screen the pink bar, and I've remapped the key to P key because I was always hitting it by mistake. So P for prescient state, and then you can go into that state with the purple eyes, and you can see more info, and like it says, it helps your stamina regen and stuff like that, and is immunity to poison, which is handy to know. I didn't know that part. Right, let me take a little bit of water, and if we go to K, I've now got a third ability available to me. So my favourite ability is this one, Assault Seeker. I need to click this, and then I can click this. Now it's joined, and then I can put Salt Seeker down there. And can I shoot it? It's basically an exploding lawn dart. You can throw that lawn dart at mobs, and then you can either wait for it to land and hit, or you can actually hit the X button again and make it explode whenever you want. It is a useful tool. What have we got? Game Lab says, well, all I will say, it is involving... Oh, is another a Conan XL series again. Excellent. I was kind of hoping it was going to be Game Labs soloing the Ark. But it's a Conan XL series. What will it be? Dan Irvin says, invariably end up forgetting to trigger my prescient anytime it will be useful, choosing instead to randomly trigger it accidentally, so I end up seeing crazy shadow giraffes. Yeah, once it's worn off, you start seeing like illusions and see like big black creatures walking across the world, like shadows. It's quite a strange effect once it's worn off, and then you have to eat spice food. Yeah, so you've got like melange spice food and spice drink to fill that meter back up again once you use it. But yeah, I'm a bit the same. I can't remember what button it used. Is it Z by default? And I was always hitting it by mistake and setting it off at the wrong time. And I moved it to P so that I don't do that anymore, so it's available to me whenever I want it, but then invariably forget to trigger it. Right, where's the bike? Bike is right round the other side. Let's scoosh round the other side, and then we can just launch yourself off the top. Alright, build up our battery power. Head over here. Land on that rock. And land again. Such a good thing, the dispenser belt. Love it. Love it, love it. Bulwark is here. Good evening. Good to see you. Stephen says, go up. I've been up before. I've got a load of stuff out of that mini chest up there from the last time I was up there. I was up there the first time to go and find that little mini chest, and then I actually logged off. In between episodes, I logged off up there and farmed it for quite some time. So we've done that already. We've got all the useful stuff out of there. And land. Right, there's the bike. Let me see. Actually, we could just head straight off and go and do the journey. So, Toliver wants us to go, test our loyalty, and go and locate the Kurab Samuta Den, find records of Casimir's transactions, and then deliver them back to Lieutenant Toliver. And that was way over here, in the western Vermilius Gap. So, we may as well, we're okay for water. Let me top that up. Let's just go head over that direction now. Was that base there before? I don't remember. I did notice the other day that there is a new base has popped up next to us over here. Let me head over. So that's my base. That's the base that was there for a couple of weeks now. But over here, another little quite basic base has appeared. Hello neighbour, whoever you may be. The worm coming out. Right, so let's head over to Western Vermilius Gap, and we'll go and do this next Atreides quest. Bulwark says, I'm late because me and my friend completed the station on the overlay map with the fire boss at level 9. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I've only ever done those stations at a maximum of level 2 so far, because I'm all on my own. Dan says, my problem is swapping back to play some Conan and forgetting the suspensor belt is not in that lore. Yes. It is interesting that when I go to Conan, you'll quite often find me popping up when I'm on the horse and I want to get off the horse. Because it's hold E to get off the sand bike in Dune, I'll hold E, which just brings up the radial wheel in Conan. And yes, not having the suspensor belt is a bit of a pain in Conan. Oh, we can go to the anomaly. I think, was it last week or the week before, people were mentioning about a celestial chest that's in the anomaly, but because I don't know where it was, and I don't have any radiation suit, I used my other playthrough, whoa, losing control of the bike, where I do have a radiation suit, to find the location. But now I know the location, I can go and head over there. Is it best to go? It kind of is best to go that way. Right, is there any... Nope, there isn't any drum sand on the way. Let's go. Get across the sand, hopefully without attracting the worm. And I've got to try and remember where it is. Because you get radiation poisoning if you go into that zone, so you can only stay in there for a little time. I think it was around this side somewhere. Oh, it was maybe in here. Okay, I'm in radiation level 1 now. Let's get out of the radiation. Let me catch up with chat. Game Lab says, the difficulties I have of this is why we are doing the island as a group, as I wouldn't manage solo, unfortunately. Of course you would. Of course you would. Game says, Anger can't remember if I asked, what bots do you use for your Discord? I use one bot called the Dino GG. And that's it. That's what I use to do when I'm doing the giveaways. It's one of the modules you can get from there. I think it does a chat moderator thing. I don't really use an awful lot of it. Right, let me head in here to see if this is the right place. We're in radiation zone. In this thing here. Here it is. Yes. Little chest. Oh, what are we getting? What are we getting? Kel's still suit garment, spice infused dust, and some normal stuff. Okay. So I might farm that a little bit and see what, because when I did it on my other playthrough, I got a unique compactor. Compactor Mark III, I think it was. Right, so now I need to go. Yeah, I'm not going to cut across. I'll go this way. Let me place a marker here, and then we'll go up to the end of here and shoot across. Bulwark says, my friend does it at level 11, but I'm not that great gear-wise. At level 9 I died 2 times. That's the thing, you have to do it at the lower level, get some gear, and then you can use that gear to do a higher level, and then get that gear and go higher again. But if you're not getting the gear, we're just discussing that with Moira earlier on today on Discord chat, that I'm seeing a lot of people are complaining that they're getting gear to do the testing stations, but they then do the testing stations with that gear and end up wearing out that gear before they've got a drop that is a suitable replacement. That's a relatively nice base. Little modules. Interesting. Right, now we need to go, I need to kind of keep heading that way. What else have we got? Oh, somebody's shouting at me. Oh, you're chasing me. You'll never catch me. Never catch me. Oh, I'm probably going the wrong way. No, I'm going the right way. Oh, I've got a journey marker I can follow now, the blue journey marker. That one there. Any drum sand? I'm just south of the drum sand. Whoa. That worm going underneath. Now, is that a base that's decaying? Looks like the pentashields have dropped. That looks like that's pentashields up there. They're out of power and their pentashields are dropping. Right, where do we go now? I need to go south. Game Over says, a long-time viewer moved to John and my world because his world is closing. It looks like it's locked to new characters. He's in Endgame 2, looking forward to doing some 3-person co-op. Interesting. That guy says, has any of the Conan players in here thought about attempting a speedrun just to see how good you could do it? I've watched a few speedruns, but I've never done a speedrun. That's not really my kind of play style, is the speedrun. I'm more of a slow and steady kind of guy. But yeah, it's quite impressive watching the people who do the speedruns. Right, we're kind of getting there. We're almost there. If I remember correctly, this location is a testing station. And it's 120 meters away. There, yes, that is the test. Oh, there's a base. Somebody's built a massive base right outside it. Enclosed. Okay. I'm going to park under here then. Oh, that's only sheltered. Off we get. Off we get. Oh. I can't get off because the roof's too high. Oh well. Can I get round the side? Around here, this is used. Oh, they're shooting at me. They're shooting at me. I tend to park in here. There we go, sheltered. Let's gear up. Shield up. Guns all fully loaded. They are indeed. You get lost. Take some water. Just one person shooting. Right, let me catch up with chat. Dan Irvin says, I still haven't pulled the trigger on the Sesame No Build Run challenge. Definitely do that, Dan. Definitely worth a go. GameLab says, okay, cool. I'm using Sapphire for mine. Thanks for that. I've not heard of Sapphire, but that's cool. I was just looking at other Discord servers that I was a member of and noticed that quite a few of them use Dino. So I use Dino as well. It gave me all the features I wanted it to do. I think that's the only mod I've got on my Discord. Can we take out the spotter? We can indeed. Anybody else? Looks like we're safe. And then I start continuing before I finish checking chat. Let me try that again. Right. Watch myself up here. Anything in here? We'll take all that normal testing station stuff. I don't really want any of that. What else are we at? And then says, speaking of Conan, time to go do my first dregs run with this playthrough. Way over prepped this time. Nice one, Dan. Have fun. Good luck. Hope you get some nice loot from the chests. PG Ben says, hello, good to see you. David says, I'm too old for speedruns. Oh, maybe me too. The other thing is that all the people who do speedruns, they do it on the easiest difficulty level. So it's like, yeah. Speedruns would be interesting, because with all the speedruns I used to watch, they all used to kill the G4 croc boss and then get a legendary weapon out of the chest that was in the lake. But the chests aren't in the lake anymore. I wonder what they do now. Interesting. I'll have to put some thought into that one. That guy says, good luck, Dan. Beck the Tinkerbot is here. Happy Easter to you, sir. That guy says, I might try a speedrun to see what I could do. I think it would be fun. Maybe you could record it and put it on YouTube. Enoch says, there's a guy called Zero Sykes. He did an amazing speedrun on a PvP server. I'm aware of Zero Sykes. Zero Sykes is good, says David. GameLab says, it's good and free and also adds a link to the text channel when I post a vid and moderator stuff. So adds a link to the text channel when I post a vid. Okay. There's a chest in the spider cave, says Kane. Yeah, that's true. Sesame still kills the G4 boss first for the hardened steel. Yeah, that would probably be a good shout. At least you've got a hardened steel weapon. It's not quite a legend, because a lot of the speedrunners, depending on the weapon they used to get from that chest, that's the point where they would decide to abandon the run or not. If it was a bad weapon, and if you got a shield, if you got soul spiel or something like that, they were pretty much abandon it. There's a chest over here. Right, I've completed the locate the camp. Now I have to find records of Casimir's transactions, his drug dealing records. Right. If I remember this one correctly, this one's quite a fun. Let me just top up my health and my wasser. And you also get the helmet from there. Yeah, the Numidian helmet. Basically, it's a nomad run, but you try to do it as fast as possible. Yes, it is, but yes, but you're allowed to die, because the way they do it is they place bedrolls down and then go and kill a boss and then remove their bracelet so they can respawn back at the bedroll and carry on. They've also got it because it's on easy level. Obviously, you don't drop any of your gear when you die. So it's certainly interesting. I don't know what the record is now, but it was like, I'm sure people are getting it to like around about an hour to complete the whole game. I thought there was somebody in here. Come on then. And sugar wire and move. And give me your blood. Kane says usually goes to the sorcerer cave for a steel weapon and then do that cave. Too much cheese. What's the shield you have now in Conan Beginners series? It's just an iron targe. Nothing special at all. Oh, no. In the beginner series, I'm probably up to a steel heater shield now, but again, it's just a default one. I thought there used to be someone over the other end of that passageway. Right, there's people down here, and there are heavy gunners. There's somebody over there. There's a heavy gunner. Oh. Down you go. And pop, take you out. Ah, there's somebody. Pop. I love the spit dart. The spit dart's so good. Anybody coming charging up the stairs? Not yet. There's the other heavy gunner. Up in there. So, pop you. Oh, didn't do headshots. Down now, though. Right, there definitely was somebody else wandering about down there. Oh, here they come. Here they come. And right, out of stamina. Come on, get my stamina back. Pop the shield. Oh, I'm using the wrong weapon. That's why it's not parrying them. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Right, come at me. No, can't get you. I need to get you. Nope. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, that's okay. That worked out. There's quite a radius to that blast, so you don't want to do it too close to yourself. It is shield, said David. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I haven't got any fancy shields yet in the beginner's guide. It's just the basic shield. So the iron targe, once you could learn iron, and then the steel heater shield that just comes from the standard knowledge. Right, where's the records? The records are that way, up the way. Okay, so there must be in the loot room. Oh, no, 60 meters. What? Let's check this out. 42 meters, still up the way. Oh yeah, in that room. That's the final area. But we have to get the key for it first. Two ways we can go. We can go that way or we can go that way. But if you see that way, there's a closed locked door. So you have to go this way to get the key for it. Get this way to get the key to go that way. And when you get the key to that way, you can go up there. Right, that one's down. Anyone There's somebody hanging about over there. Down. Looks like that's them all. Your blood. That guy says, I'm a big fan of the mace throwing axe instead of a shield. Applying sunder and cripple makes some fun fights. Cool. I've seen a lot of people that do that. No chests. Chest in the corner. Right. Give me your blood. Give me all contents of that chest. Gamer says, where's the real anger? This must be a bot hitting all his shots first time. Yes. And I'm not forgetting to take my keys with me either. Right, bunch of people. There's a heavy gunner there. 2 shots, rapid. Right, get out of the way while I reload. And then bang, down he goes. Must be a bot because I'm hitting. Whoa, hello. Down you go. Did I hear someone else speak there? Somebody's hiding about? No. Right, so there's the green band. Get the green band. That's ammo. Get your blood. Take a few darts off of you. No, we've got 800 light darts. We don't need any light darts. But I will take your armor plating. Aha! You were sleeping. There was someone else in here. You don't have to only left click, not throw. Don't you have to only left click and not throw the throwing axe, or after a left click combo allow right click? Assassin, yes. Assassin Lucifer, good to see you. How are you? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've played with. Ooh, that was a Mark IV heal kit. Let me grab that water. Right, this is now a dead end, so we can go back all the way back to the other way. Now that we've got the green band. Pressing F will throw the throwing axe. There's that guy. The right click doesn't throw it. It's like the javelins and stuff like that. If you hit right click, it throws them and then they're gone. Oh, there, hello. Oh, he just noticed me. Put his shield up. The javelin will get thrown if you hit right click. There you go, yep. Alright. Where did he go? There he is. There he is. Take you out. Get out of the way. Ooh, that was 2 shots and he didn't go down. Did with that one though. Heal up. They've changed the keys, says Bulwark. Right. Blood. Give me your blood. That's me pretty much full on blood now. Right, there's a chest here. Take that. We've got the green key to get in there. I think there's somebody down here wandering about, I think. Maybe not. Oh, okay. Right, let me top up my water. Get that chest. Right, and then we have to go in this room. And then along that corridor, along that way. So there's somebody down there.
Who goes there?
It's me. Why did that one go down with 1 shot? Take all that. That is a quest for another quest, so there's nothing in it other than gold this time. Those little gold boxes with a little antenna on them. Right, there's the purple key for the door up the stairs. Loot that. Let me see, where were we? So PG Ben says, I've seen some videos of people running the labs on high numbers and they bring 6,000 or 7,000 darts with them. It's crazy. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Says Bulwark, didn't play in some time, not to mention I only once tried the throwing axe combination. Yeah, I haven't tried it for years either. I'd never actually thought of having the throwing axe in your offhand until I saw some people doing it in videos. I'm happy with my shield because I like that fourth, the knockback with the fourth attack. Especially good with the arena champion, just knock her on her butt. Right, another chest here. Any over here? Yes. Grab that. And up the stairs. Hobo says, I bring 2,000 or 3,000 light darts and doing level 7. Perforator scattergun uses 12 per shot, I think he meant to say. Right. So this is the final room. A couple of people in here. Oh, 2 heavy gunners. Boom. Him down. Him down. Oh, he moved. Oh, you got down. Ow, ow, ow. Get out of the way, go around the corner. Right. He's just firing his darts into the wall. Right, there's a melee guy around there somewhere. There he is. Come on, you. Gotcha. Right, so you've got spice food, we'll take that. You've got armor plating, we'll take that. You've got spice food too. Run round the wall 10 meters. This one here. So this one is what we need. We've got the Samuta trade logs. There we go. Among the other Samuta buyers on the list, you find the name Maxim Kazmir. Even better, the payment method suggests he's using more than his own funds. Some of these resources were meant for House Harkonnen. Aha. Gotcha. Right. Anything else? I'll take that. How much have we got? We've got 5 slots left. Take the heals. We'll fill up our water. There's a chest there. Let's take that. I think that's just done. Deliver the Samuta trade logs to Lieutenant Toliver. So back at the... That's a cool globe with all that metal work going around it. Never noticed that before. Right, let's get out of here. Where are we? Where are we? Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Okay, PG Ben, I think it was the ones in the Overland map because the boss had a lot of HP. The ones in the Overland map have got an actual boss. You go into a boss room with, you can put your hand on the shield to open it, and the boss has got like multiple phases. Whereas like these normal ones don't have an, like they might have a boss, but it'll just be like a slightly bigger guy with hardly any difference. But there's a proper end boss fights in the Overland ones. And that's the ones that you get the tier 6 fancy weapons from. Assassin says banned. That guy says, I think throwing axe is a is like a shield. When F uses its ability, it just combo off just like the shield does when you heavy attack combo. Oh, does it? So it still does like the shield bash and knocks them off their feet. PG Ben says, yeah, I think it's crazy you need so many rounds. Alright, and then, okay, I've obviously missed bits because Gamer Hober then said he brings 2,000 to 3,000 light darts for his perforator scatter gun. So, let's see, what's my scatter gun does? So 48, yeah, so it does 12 per shot as well. 4 shots at 48 darts. Obviously the perforator is a lot more damage because it's a tier 6 weapon. Mark Santos is here. Hey, hello Anger in chat. Happy Sunday stream and happy Easter to those that celebrate it. Same to you, my friend. Where are we? Shield Smash for the wins is Game Labs. David. Oh, that guy says shield is definitely the better option. I just like to mix it up from time to time. Cool. That's what I always say, is there's no right and wrong way to play the game. You play it how you want to play it. There's many different ways to play it. And that's one of the reasons I love Conan Exiles so much, that there are so many different ways of playing it. You can all have different weapons, different armor choices. PG Ben, I can go with Gamer Hobo 12 per shit. Oh, that's what the oops was for. Okay, I see. I'm with you now. Assassin Loser Anger, have you considered playing Soul Mask again? I haven't. I wasn't a huge fan of Soul Mask when it first came out, which is why I never really got much further than a couple of videos I did. And with this new DLC and the Egyptian stuff and the flying bases, it's appealing to me even less than what it did back then. Rex Havoc says, doing a Nomad run, got named dancer from Cage at Thugra's. Good start, then did the Spider Cave and Dregs, got 3 love taps and a Pokestick, maybe not so good. Gameland says, oh yes, Anger, it's well into the year now, so what's the Scottish phrase for this week? Oh, I haven't even considered a Scottish phrase. That was a long time ago we were doing phrase of the week, wasn't it? Oh, I can't even remember how long ago that was. I'll have to think. Maybe I'll come up with one for next week. Maybe that's what I'll do. Easter is a pagan festival, hence no fixed date. Eostra was the goddess of spring. Bulwark says, I'm waiting for Windrose to come out. I played the demo and it's addicting. I played the demo too, maybe not that much of it though. Not that. I never got as far as actually getting sailing on the big boat. But yeah, that's definitely a game I'm interested in. Gamer Hobo says, I'm thinking of doing a hardcore under-geared challenge on Dune. Permadeath while always being at least 1 gear level behind. No uniques, just beat main story and faction to level 5. Interesting. Staying 1 gear level behind. Okay. Yep. I getcha. Yeah. Look forward to it. We're looking forward to Game Lab. Right, these guys have probably respawned. There's one over there. Down you go. Reload. Reload that too. And that one is already reloaded. Cool. Don't want that. We'll take the spice food. Okay. Back on our bike. Let's get our still suit back on. Let me see. Still suit. There. Ooh, look at that base. Interesting. Interesting mix of different build sets. That's a Atreides build set up there. It looks like Harkonnen right at the top. That's Scavenger build set. And that's Chom. That's oh no, that's Scavenger as well, actually. That's the different walls from Scavenger. Interesting. I do love the Scavenger pillars. They are cool. I ended up not really using them because I used the barrels instead. No, I'm not going south. I'm going north. Northeast, please. Wonder why they did that without any support underneath it. And then a big box next to it. Right. Let's head northeast. Around here. Where are we? PG Ben says the perforator is basically the meta for overland labs. I'm kind of sad about that since it seems to be almost the only real option for higher level labs. I would like some more options. DC Weston says I'm really looking forward to Windrose. The demo was a lot of fun. Excellent. Kane says Gamer Hobo, I'm usually doing that in my I'm usually doing that in my normal playthrough. Staying a level behind. No uniques, that'll be an interesting one as well. Because the unique boosts you like one level up. So if you've got an iron unique, it's usually better than the steel normal. And whereas if you're looking at going a level down, that's going to be harder. Yes, do it, Gamer Hobo. I want to see this. I want to watch. Right. Over here, and then I've got to hang a left. And go over here. Mark Santos says Crimson Desert is wasting my time right now. I'm hearing mixed reactions about Crimson Desert. Not really looked into it too much myself, but I've seen some people who really like it and some people who don't like it at all. And the confused barbarian, Troy, time got away from me. Welcome, Troy, how are you? Not a problem, my friend. Good to see you. And Gamer Hobo says, I'm starting to rely more on melee and less on the perforator now that I finally have my positioning right with the rapier. Took a bit of time to get used to the rapier, I guess. Gamer Hobo says, I probably won't survive Haga Base in South. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Right, where am I? I need to go... Get off the bike. Get off the bike. Where did you come from? Where did they come from? Oh, there's a little Kirab camp just over there. Let's go take on that Kirab camp. Let me get my gear back on. Shield up. Where is it? Close enough that they come running out. Ah, hello. Good evening. Nope, nothing there. Oh, it's just one of these tiny camps. Okay. Nothing exciting then. Right. That was well worth getting suited up for, wasn't it? PG Ben says, I really like the rapier and I use it a lot on mobs. And the confused barbarian says, she's picked the wrong fight. She did indeed. Did indeed. Right. Gear back on. Put on the still suit for travelling. Right, where are we now? We need to head south. And then head across the big gap. I guess that's the way we want to go, isn't it? Yeah, well, I wonder if that chest has respawned. Let's shoot across here. There's a flower sand bloom there. Little boost. Go over here. Go overheat. Ah, didn't get my finger off quicker. Quick enough. In here again? Forget. Probably not, because I assume it's 45 minutes. And it's clearly not this part. Where was it? Was it over here? It was. And it's not respawned yet, because it's 45 minutes respawn, and we're nowhere close to that. Get out of the radiation. You can see the radiation meter down beside the Q at the bottom of the screen is a quarter of the way up. Now we're out of the radiation, it's ticking back down again, so we're okay. Where are we? Where are we? I'm going totally the wrong way. Wish we had mini maps in this game. To go round here. So, those in the know, is that all that's in that area? Is there anything else in that area? I've never actually been in that area on my other playthroughs. Still going the wrong way. I need to go that way. Across the gap. Right, there's no drum sand, so we're safe to go. Whoa! Big jumps. DC West says, I wish radiation worked like that in real life. And Father Jack says, what agility weapon would you recommend for my lady follower? Well, you have a few choices. Presuming you don't have any legendaries yet. You could start off. One of my bugbears is that one of my favourite agility weapons is the katana, but you're only able to craft a iron katana. It's just called a katana, but it's made out of iron. There are no other katanas until you can reach star metal and get epic star metal ingredients. So there is no steel katana, there is no hardened steel katana. You just go straight to star metal, which annoys me. But to start with, let me get that here. There's a random group of mobs. I need to get my armor on. Right, hang on till we clear these guys out. I haven't even got my shield on yet. Right, H, shield, there we go. Right. Oh no, I've got 1 minute. Okay. Need shelter. That shelter over here. Maybe not. That's maybe shelter up there though. Sandstorm's going to get me. Ooh, somebody here as well. Right, you're down. Right, are we sheltered? We are sheltered. Let's just root over here. Okay, right, while we wait for the sandstorm, let me take a little drink of water. There we go, and I'll take a drink in real life. Okay, so yeah, the katana is really good, but it's only available in iron format, so it'll quickly become outdated. The other option would be the short sword. Big fan of the short sword. Whenever I do an agility playthrough myself, I always go with the short sword. On the other option is daggers, and daggers tend to be pretty damn good with followers. Oh, there we go. We're in a sandstorm now. Let me refuel. I'm not quite sure how this is completely sheltered, but that's the game mechanics. Now let me get off here and let me heal up while I can. Yeah, get back on the bike again. Bulwark says katanas, so the Two-hander for agility, yes. Stephen, but that's all. Is that all that's in the radiation zone? Okay, thank you. But yeah, definitely, short sword works well because they actually seem to. The short sword special ability is the whole heavy attack to do the lunge and then quick light attacks to go stab, 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 stab. And I've actually seen them do that combo now. So I think they've improved the AI slightly, and I think they've improved the AI for them using daggers as well. So both of them work well, especially when you're in the steel or hardened steel tiers. But yeah, I mean, if they've got lots of points in agility and they've got a high, if they don't have lots of points in agility and you're leveling them up as strength weapon with strength bonuses, then use a strength weapon. Just because they start off as an agility, it doesn't matter. But if you are using them, if they've got a high chance of leveling in agility, and they've got a bunch of points in agility, that's doing extra damage with agility weapons, so you may as well give them agility weapon. And I seem to remember your tune had 95% agility weapon leveling chance, so definitely worth giving them an agility weapon, because the more points they've got, the more damage they'll do with it. Troy says the daggers work great nowadays with followers. Yes, they do. They've definitely done a tweak of the AI somewhere along the lines, and both the short sword, because the short swords you used to just do a normal light attack, the odd heavy attack, and then a little light attack again. Whereas now that I've seen them do the combo, which works really nicely, and as Troy says, the daggers work really well now as well. Right. I'm going to empty off all our stuff. Dump that in there. Dump that in there. Storage is full. Okay, all slots are full. Oh, I can't put any more money in there. That's what's going on. F. Can break that down. This Kel's still suit. Let me see. So that is a steel tier still suit with an armor value of 237, where ours has got 28. We are making that. Well, I bet you it needs a garment fabricator. It does. Don't have a garment fabricator yet. Right, let me see. Let's learn this. Yes. In fact, no, I'm not going to do that right now. We'll worry about building a garment fabricator later on. Right, let's just recycle that weapon. Is that all I had to do? Was that a Mark 6 heal kit? It is. That's like a practically end game heal kit. I've got two of them. Interesting. I've got a chest to put it in. I'll chuck it in there. Right, and then we'll put the blood in here. Deposit all blood. Deposit all blood. Still got loads of blood in my blood bags. And then we'll head over and speak to Anton Toliver. Here we go. Across the sand. And go! Don't forget to empty the blood bag. Thanks, Dave. Beep, beep, beep. Overheated again. Can't boost and read chat at the same time. But we got across safe. Right, so Father Jackson, yeah, I have mine with daggers, but we'll look at the katanas. Thank you guys for the info. Not a problem. Lots of very knowledgeable people in chat, and if we're not in chat, check out our Discord, because you can ask 7 days a week in the Discord, not just on a Sunday. Ooh, a little bit of stutter. Right, let's see what Anton says.
I thought I might see you soon. I have a special task that needs your expertise.
I've got some dirt on Maxim.
You did? Amazing. We can finally put that lowlife in his place.
Is that it then?
Nearly. Go to Maxim. Use this information to pressure him to back off the Skorda investigation. Do that, and your place with House Atreides is secure.
Tell me about yourself.
I am of House Atreides. There is no call I do not answer. There is no faith that I betray. My roots stretch back to the ancient mythologies of Earth.
Yuck. Sickening goody two-shoes. Well said. I'm from Caladan.
Then you understand my longing. I miss the oceans, the tempo of the rain, the more innocent days. Look over at my counterpart, Maxim, that vulgar, avaricious addict, squatting like a scheming toad. I aspire to be everything that he is not. Any other questions?
What do you do in your free time? No.
Then I have work to do.
Goodbye. Okay, so neutralize Lieutenant Casimir.
Nice to see you again. Never a dull moment when you're about, eh?
Something you should see. A Samuta transaction log. Show the evidence.
What's this? Adorable. But this isn't the leverage you think it is. Among my people, a vice well handled is something of a status symbol.
But your addiction isn't well handled. It's excessive and sloppy.
You sanctimonious nothing. You... Your initiative is commendable, if clumsy. But my vices are known. You have no power over me. You have nothing.
We'll let your superiors decide what I have.
What do you want?
Back off on the Skorda case. Lay low for a bit.
I do believe that I hate you. Very well. I'll give dear Anton a good head start on Skorda, for all the good it will do him. No great sacrifice.
You're goddamn right you will.
When you inevitably betray Anton, pay me a visit. If you're this ruthless, you should be working for us. Your talents are wasted on the Atreides.
Goodbye. Report back to Lieutenant Anton Toliver. Let me just quickly catch up a chat beforehand. Let me see. Bulwark says, I forget the name of the two-hander, but the katanas, you have two Musashi's black blades or the one in the dregs. That's true. So, well, I mean, you can get the Musashi's black blade from the chest at the end of the dregs, and then there's the other one, something 7 wins that you get from the spider boss. So even with once you got your steel weapons, level 30, and you're able to do the dregs, you've got a good chance of getting a legendary katana in the dregs, and then you can give that legendary katana to your follower. That is a good point. Troy says, unless you're fighting skeletons, then daggers won't work as well. Yeah, if you're doing the skeletons, especially in the dregs, the one-handed mace is probably the best weapon, because you've got you're taking down their armor pen. Dave says, Bloodback's done that. Gamer Hobo says, time to go feast. My cat will be watching in my absence. Excellent. Enjoy your Easter feast. DC Weston says, hello to Gamer Hobo's cat. Yes, indeed. Bulwark says, I'm using the Shadra still suit. The set has the defense of the Mark V radiation suit. Bulwark says, in Haga Basin, I had no problems in that set. Indeed. PG Ben says, I don't remember which still suit. I'm using one of the tier 6 uniques. I've got a whole bunch of different what are they called? Blueprints? What are they called? Can't remember. schematics. I've got a whole bunch of schematics for tier 6 still suits on my YouTube playthrough, but I haven't crafted any of them yet. I really should. I have to get one of the Mark 6, I believe. I have the schematic for a pair of boots. Yes, I got a whole bunch. I guess it must be Mark 5. I got a whole bunch of them from the Row A testing stations and shipwrecks. But I've since then got a few Mark 6 still suit pieces. So I've possibly got a full set. I need to check. Right. I've got to report back to Toliver.
I thought I might see you soon. I have a special task that needs your expertise.
Right. Complete contract. It's done. Maxim agreed to lay off the search for Skorda.
This is wonderful news. You were to be commended. Give me the documents. I'll transmit them to my superior.
Here you go.
Very well done. Few things give me pleasure anymore, but I will savor this. Ah, I saw the look on his face. It was nearly worth what I've endured here. Nearly. Welcome. You've earned a place in the Atreides intelligence operation.
I'll pledge myself to the cause.
As a reward, here is a token that will grant you access to our vendors. You deserve that and more. Though I warn you, this level of commitment means any future betrayal comes with heavy repercussions. Welcome aboard.
Okay, so I'm a proper Atreides now then. I'm ready to get back to work.
Excellent timing. I just received intel from an informant of mine in one of the mining camps in Haga Rift. I've been trying to locate a friend. The word is she's been seen around the deserter camps in the Rift. I need you to meet with my informant to confirm.
Accept contract. I'll see what I can find out.
I appreciate it. And watch your back. The deserters aren't known to care whom they cross paths with.
Goodbye. Go to the meeting point. In the rift. Up here. What's in the background there? Mineral extraction facility 4. Okay, that's up where we were. Oh no, it wasn't, because that's where we got our mineral from last time. But I've been in that one. Okay, so it's up that way and then across the gap to get to the other side. Okay, where's the 5th trial? Is the 5th trial up there? No, that's not the 5th trial. J. 5th trial. Route of the 5th trial seems to indicate a location in the Haga Rift to the east. Ah, okay. Map. Ah, there. That's it there. I guess we could go and do that one. And then maybe head up north and do that one. Better go back and fill up with water first. Let's see. Bulwark says you can get the Chandra still suit chest from Arakeen for 45,000 Solari. Father Jack says that NPC looks like he has Botox in his lips. Maybe he does. Or maybe it's the spice. Right, oh, let me have a look. Yes, so we're Atreides level 2 now. So we can now access the Atreides vendors in Arakeen. Right, shoot across here. PG Ben says, has anyone found a way to display armor and still suits as decorations in Dune? I haven't. Like an armor stand. That would be cool. Of all your different armor sets on show. Boom, boom, boom. Right, there we go. Up here. Skid round. Back up. Right, our fuel is okay. Our engine could be doing with a little bit of a repair. Can it be repaired? Engine can have a little repair. Let's craft an engine Mark II. Vehicle fabricator. Tread engine Mark II. Let's just replace it altogether. While that's crafting, we'll go across here. I'll fill the containers. And we'll drink from here. And then it'll start processing blood, but we've got no space to put any more blood in. So we're okay. Grab that engine. Let's replace the engine on the bike for a new one. Give me my welding torch. That on there. 5. Where's the engine? No, I don't want to repair it. I want to detach it. Like so. And then assemble and put on the Mark II one. There we go. Drop that back in there and I'll dump that in there just now. I will recycle it later. Right. Where do I want to go? I want to go over into the rift. The top of the rift and then go across that bridge over there. If Stephen says, if you have 200,000 Solari, you can buy an ornithopter at the vendor. Okay, I don't have 200,000. I've got 4,000 with me, and I think I've got maybe 100,000 in a chest. Is that what you need to buy all the parts for an ornithopter? Is it 200,000? And you can also buy a buggy. Actually, all basic ones. Basic ones, I see. Basic ones. Yeah, I mean, we could be rushing to get the pieces that we need to make the ornithopter, but especially once you've done the buggy, the next vehicle to unlock is the ornithopter. But I don't want to rush that quickly. I want to do some of these. I want to do some of these quests and contracts. Pick up some contracts from the anvil and do some of them as well. Although they are a lot easier once you've got the ornithopter and you can just fly and land straight on top of them without having to ride about like this. Right, hang a right. Bump, bump. Oh, I know, okay, yeah, I'm okay. That area is still in the rift, isn't it? Yes, it is. Both these quests are in the rift, so I don't need a survey probe. We're not going to a new zone. Gamer says, enjoy your time on the sandbike. I will. And, oh yeah, I see what you mean. Enjoy your time on the sandbike before you go. Because once you've got the ornithopter, you pretty much go everywhere on it. I actually want to go over there. Although on my other playthrough, I do. Once you've done some mining and processing the ores and you use up your water, I do go out for a run around the local camps, picking off people, getting their bodies and their blood. And I do that on my sand bike still. Okay, so that's Rift Watch, where we were last week, was it? Right, so I need to get across the other side, but I need to get to that bridge there. We're here somewhere. Where is it? Watch out for holes so you don't fall down. Right, I think it's in between these two bits of rock. According to the map. Here we go. There's a little bridge. It takes me across the rift. Again, watch it. There is one of these bridges has got a hole right in the middle of it, because I remember flying across it on my sand bike, not being able to stop in time, and dropping all the way to the bottom. Right, that's it there. So we can park the bike under here, get sheltered. There we go. It is sheltered. And it's down there somewhere. 24 meters. Is it? No, it tells me up the way. Ah, there it is. There it is. The entrance is up the way, but... Oh, this one. There's people to fight at this one, I seem to remember. Let me... gear up. Shield up. And reload. Jexter Jackson. So this have the Dune message or just the game? Does this have the Dune message or just the game? Dune message. I'm not sure what you mean by the Dune message. Bulwark says, I did a quest line that gave me a full still suit and another that gave me a Mark V purple sniper. Excellent. Oh, is that Twofer's best? I believe there is a quest chain that gives you that. I think by the time I got that quest chain, I already had it from the shoal. Maybe there isn't any people here. I thought this one was one that had... oh, there's a chest. Father Jack says, I'm surprised there isn't a mini map mod for the game. Unfortunately, there are no mods for this game at all. The game is still controlled. So on Conan, Funcom own the complete Conan IP. I think they own all of Edgar Howard's IPs. And they can basically do with it as they please. But on this, they don't own the IP for Dune, and everything has to go through the who wrote Dune? The family of the man who wrote Dune, everything has to go through them, and they don't want any mods available for the game, because you know as soon as you allow mods, people are going to make rude mods, and they don't want that. It's also partly controlled by the film company, the film production company, Frank Herbert. Thank you, 6 badges, thank you. And Troy, thank you. The film company who make the movies, it's still partly belongs to them too, so it's between the Herbert family and the film production company that is what decides can be done with the game. And everything they've done in this game has had to be approved by both of them before you're allowed to do it. Bulwark says, Dune Awakening has a good story, but the end is kind of meh. We haven't got to the end yet, Bulwark. We're only in chapter 3. All good stories have a message. Dune was a good story. I get what you mean. Okay. Yeah, so it's slightly different because obviously we haven't got the battle between the Atreides and Harkonnen. It's a alternative timeline, shall we call it? So it's a little bit different. So there is no Paul Atreides. Right. This is an actual one. I remember this was another broken one, but let's go. Breathe some more dust. PG Ben says, I never enjoyed my time on the sandbike because I just suck at driving the sandbike. I just can't seem to get the hang of it for some reason. The big difference seems to be the terrain that you're covering. because if you're on the smoother sand, it seems a lot easier. But if you're on the rocky side of it, you hit the rocks and you bounce off target a lot. So trying to keep it on smoother sand is makes it easier. Dave says, not being sexist, but the male character seems to be better driver than your other character. Or maybe I'm just getting better at it, Dave. Maybe I'm just getting better at driving. DC Weston also feels the same about riding horses in Conan Exiles. PG Ben also says, I'm not great at riding horses in Conan Exiles as well. Bulwark can't remember the quest names. Not a problem, not a problem. All good stories have a message. Dune was a good story. Yes, indeed. Frank Carver. Dune Awakening has a good story, but the end is kind of meh. But like I said, we're only at chapter 3. We've got lots more story to come. DC Weston says, I wish Funcom would make a game out of Solomon Kane. Father Jack says, personally, I don't like mods in any game. I'm very happy to do the grind. So, I think I've said this many times that I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the mods in Conan Exiles. The only mod I use is Hosaf's custom UI mod, just to give a bit more information in the UI. I don't do any of the game-changing mods. Very early on, when I realised that you only get 60 levels and 60 points to spend on your character and there's a lot more available, I downloaded the mod. I think it's, what was it, 130 or 140 or whatever it was, but it's just so cheaty to give you all the points available plus all the levels. It's just too cheaty, so yeah, that one disappeared pretty quickly. And yeah, it's only UI mods that I've got. Steven says the Trooper quest and the Mentat quest gives you Tulfar's best. Yes, I remember it was one of the, I think it's the Mentat quest, isn't it? But yeah, I think by the time I got to that point in doing the level 3 Tulfar's ones, Mentat ones, I was already had that weapon. Right. Oh, this is the look. There's the quicksand. So this is the. Is this the Thumper one? And we haven't got our suspensor belt to float across with. So we're just jumping to keep from sinking. Up we get. Where are we? It depends on the game. I play a lot of mods in 7 Days to Die. Okay. I don't really play a lot of mods in any game, really. Ooh. Big old worm. That guy says Hosav and quality of life are I'm sinking at the sand, are probably the only two Conan mods you need. Bulwark says, for me it was okay, I guess. The most surprising was meeting with a specific Harkonnen that I won't mention due to spoilers. Okay. Game House says, but the female character has smaller hitboxes. Good old smaller hitboxes, of course. Right, up here, a little bit of parkour. Over here, and down onto there, and over onto here. And oh, don't fall off it. Whew, that was close. And up. Up here, and then up here. Oh, Jack, well, it's time to take these old bones to bed. Excellent stream as usual, and excellent info from the guys. Cheers, mate. As I said, feel free to join up in the Discord. There's lots of useful information in the many, many thousands of hours that people have got in that Discord. If there's a question you want answered, someone will be able to answer it.
The angel of death. Our footsteps are as the drums of the slavers, calling Shai Halud upon our enemies.
The Thumper. BG Ben says, I'm still very sad you can't ride a sandworm. You can't ride a sandworm yet. So here we have a harvester, a spice harvester, and this purple is spice. So we're going to drop a thumper there.
Must learn to live with their gods. Who can deny a Fremen the
And then we're
right
going to run past it, because we're going to attract a worm to that.
They make
There it is.
did not God kill us himself.
It's gone. Yeah, so you can't ride a worm yet. But there are many years of updates still to come, so maybe that will be a thing. My thing about riding the worm is that, like, once you get the sandbike travelling about is fine, but once you get the ornithopter, the Haga Basin South becomes tiny after that because you can get about really quick. If you were able to ride a worm, I guess you would ride it in the deep desert. You could get out to the deep desert a lot quicker because you would be able to cover massive amounts of distances. That's something that always in both the films and TV series, when you see them riding the worms, it's like they're with a group and then they ride the worm. It's like, well, they must now be miles away from that group, but you see them like riding past the group with them cheering at it. It's like, well, that just doesn't work logistically. That worm must have taken them miles away. But I guess because the deep desert is so vast, that would be a quick way of getting out to the deep desert fast. So that might become a possibility. Where are we? Six Badger says, this weekend I had to download Cass for Conan so that we could have the... okay, so I saw a clip of your Conan last night with Max and the Campfire Clowns, and you all had like weird glasses on. So that's where that came from. Cass mod. Can't play Conan Exiles without sunglasses. And Bullet says, I heard that Fancom want to implement the sandworm riding. I'm sure they do. Game Lab says, little tip, want to be good at riding a horse in Conan, don't be a Zontadif creator. I guess that's a content creator. It's reading chat that causes accents. It is indeed. Riding any sort of vehicle or mount whilst reading chat is not good. Probably need to have that kind of overlay where the chat is overlaid on my main screen instead of me looking off to the side. PG Ben said, we did a rough add up and the number of hours this community has in Conan Exiles is well over 80,000. Wow. And most of that is Thor's Forge. He's well over 10,000 by himself. Shia aka Set's father. Yes. Big old Set. Well, a worm instead of a snake, but very similar. Enoch says, what Conan Exiles really needs is a couple of extra slots on the hotbar. After all, they had 9 button and 0 for WoW. Yes. But do you know why that is, Ian? It's the damn console players with their little controllers. He says jokingly. I'm joking. But yeah, because obviously PC players play with a controller. Controllers only have 8 options on their controllers. That's why there is only 8 on the hotbar. DC Weston says, I'm not pulling my weight. I still have less than 1,000 hours. Oh, me. Come on, DC Weston. Game Lab says, wow, that's a lot of hours. And then it says, hey, watch it. Apologies. But I have said many times, even PC players, I do not understand why PC players use the controller. The keyboard and mouse is so much better for a PC player, both for aiming and quick slot swapping. But yeah, I guess obviously if you've been a console player all your life, then the way you play is with a controller. There are some games on PC that are much better on controller. A lot like those Star Wars Jedi games, for example. I play all of them on controller. They're much better on controller. We learned the thumper there. That's what we learned. Something I've never actually used in the game. But obviously that's got to be something very much... I'm convinced there used to be people in here. It's maybe another trial I'm thinking of. Right, out we get. Tar Squid says, good evening, good afternoon, stroke evening, everyone. Gently smashes the like button on the way in. Good evening, Tar Squid. How are you? DC Weston says, I'm an old BC player before console. Wow. Was there computer games before console? Yeah. I mean, I started my gaming started on the Spectrum, actually the 16K Spectrum, which I then later upgraded to the 48K Spectrum. And I need to get out of here without falling back into the hole. That's too far away. There we go. Oh. Up we get. Oh, the hidden test. I've just discovered it. And my first console, is it? Where did I put the bike? Oh, is it over the other side? First console would have probably been Sega Master System. There's the bike there. Right. That one is down in the rift, not at the top. Wonder if I go in there and then across a bridge to get across to it. I guess there's a way up there. So where am I? I'm here. I need to get back across the bridge and then head up north. I could go across that way, I suppose. Maybe not. There seems to be a bit of cliff work going on there. Right, let's have a look. Has anyone found William Maxwell? Good to see you. How are you? Good evening. Kathy Ann says, I play on controller when on PC as my hands can't use the keyboard and mouse. Ah, well, that's a valid excuse. That's a valid... Not excuse. How dare I? How rude. A valid reason is the word I meant to say there. Yeah, but you're also a PlayStation player, so that's why... What's his name? Gaudia Kermatis? That's why when he swapped to PC, he still uses the PlayStation controller to play all his games. Because he's hardcore PlayStation player. Which I can kind of understand. If you've been on a console all the time, then it's going to be hard to swap. I have... Oh, what's that smoke in there? I've played with both. And like I say, I do use the controller on certain games. Is that... Can I get back around that way? Bumping all over the place. Yes, I can. Okay, keep going this way. Zone changes. I'm in the PvP zone of the shipwreck at the moment. Look at that tower. That's a player base over there. That is a big old tower. Wow. Interesting. Some cool bases around here. Right, let's try not to fall into the... Oh, there's a spotlight. Alright, I still need to go... I need to get out of the way of that spotlight. Actually don't need to be at the top of this at all. Let's get down here. Woohoo! And then we'll try and head for out here. Oh, maybe jumped off the wrong place. I need to get that way. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's a coming. Let's jump off of here as well. Whee! Whee! I think we discussed this the other week, but this is a bit silly, but never mind. It's in the game, so we're going to use it. Alright, we need to go north. Oh, there's a base there. Somewhere. Over this way. Around here. See if we can find that ramp. Right. Oh, so there's a bit of sand there. We'll have to go. So there's nothing in that middle bit. No, we're safe here. We go across this way. Alwyn says, it's the mission you are heading to do, the ones where you extract the blood from the deserters. No, it's not. No, it's... well, I don't think it is. We're going to find his contact. Right, that is quicksand there. And we need to get over to the other side of it and go down that ramp there. Headlight on. We should be safe across here. Quicksand is over there. Yeah, we're okay. And then we should be able to go down this ramp here. And that is facility number 3. Right, let's just drive past it. Can't remember if there's anybody outside it or not. And we have to get our bridge across to the other side. Which we can't quite see where that is on the map. This looks like a bridge to the other side. Don't read the chat while crossing a bridge over the rift. But there's not a base here. It must be further down. Okay, let me see. Do I have a backup tool with me? I didn't take my backup tool with me. What a fool. There it is, down there. That's where we want to go. Don't think I can ride down there. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's it. Right down at the bottom. There's Etherite down at the bottom. Or is it that one there? It's only 200 meters away, so it must be that one there. Ah, this is annoying. If I could have just backed up my thing, I could have just launched myself down there. Oh, well. What am I going to do? Because getting back up here will be a bit of a nightmare. Right, I'm going to launch myself down that way down there. Let's see if there's a ramp that takes me down. This maybe goes down a bit. Maybe not. Maybe not. Nope, that doesn't really help, does it? Oh, but that looks like I can drop myself down there. Let's try this. Am I going to hit? Am I going to hit? Yes! There we go. Mineral extraction number 4. Exactly where I wanted to go. Probably not the way I needed to go, but never mind. Never mind. Right. Before we go in, let's catch up with chat. Let me see. Where are we? Tarsco says, some of my games I prefer the Xbox controller over the keyboard. Only 2 that I can think of right now are Super Meat Boy and The Flame in the Flood. I mean, there's definitely games that are designed for playing on controller. And like I said, that Star Wars Jedi ones were definitely controller based. I can't think of the other ones off the top of my head, but I definitely use controller for some games. Fuse Barbarian, the Atari 2600, the worst joystick ever. It's a classic though. Bulwark says, my first console was a Chinese rip-off called Terminator 2. Oh, okay. Alwyn, is the mission you're looking for ahead of one? Okay, so it's not the one where we're going to Blood of Deserters. We're going to meet his contact. My first console was Atari 5200. Well, that was my dad's game system, but his excuse was it's for the kids, so it counts 100%. Yanni says the first controller was PS4. Bought it only for God of War. Bought with the God of War game, and the funny part is I haven't turned on the PS4 since I bought it. It's been 2 years now. My first modern console was the PlayStation 3. I bought that over in Hong Kong. I managed to get the console, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. What else did I buy? I bought like 4 games over there, and the console and the DVD remote control for like a quarter of the price of what the console was in the UK, and for a legitimate one as well. They're so much cheaper over there. And then I bought a PlayStation. No, not a PlayStation. I bought an Xbox One in order to play Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's pretty much about the only game I've ever played on it. I've downloaded a few games for the kids off the store, but Red Dead Redemption was really the only game I played on it. I now use that controller to play on my PC. 5200 was much better. I used to play a lot of Defender and Joust with my cousins. Oh, I remember both Defender and Joust. Yanni says, I have to stop buying stuff I don't use up after it. Darcy says, my dad was the big Q-Bert. I like to watch Frogger, too small to really play then. Q-Bert was fun, says Troy. In the early 80s, I had a friend whose father owned a computer/video store. That's when I started playing computer games, PC, Ataris, etc. Yes, I'm that old, said DC Weston. And Yanni says, Jesus, I'm that young, I don't know half of this stuff. DC Weston says, I'm so old I played Pong. I remember my cousins had Pong. It was the first sort of home computer game I ever remember. Pong, good old Pong. What's that? It's basically like mono tennis. A paddle bat's going up both sides of the screen with a white ball that bounces back and forth. You used a knob. You turned the knob to make your paddle go up and down the screen to try and bounce the ball back again. I think it's the first proper computer game. Steven says, Halo was the first console game for me. Woo, you're definitely a lot younger then. Darcy says, I like to say I grew up in front of a computer screen, helped that my grandfather worked for IBM. Drink time, Anger. So it is. You're right. Thank you, mate. Where's Kathy Ann when you need her? Right, there we go. Right, so... Oh, where's the marker, though? The marker is 84 metres down the way. Oh, so maybe this is... Oh, no, I think this one curves around and down. If I remember correctly. Yes, it does. Or actually, it maybe goes into a special room. Like that room. No. In here? Anybody around? We're still down. We're still down. Oh, Miss Christian, thanks for the sub. Okay, we've still got to go further down. Ah, we're on the right level now, but 60 metres this way. Waiting to get ambushed by somebody. Like that. I thought that would happen. Shield up. Sentinel down. Blade out. You down. One sentinel. Shoot them. Come on. Parry them. That one. And I seem to remember a similar mission on the Conan side at the other end of the rift that you get ambushed. At the time I was wearing my still suit, so it was a much harder fight. Alright, that guy's pro wrestler for the NES was my first video game. Ooh, I know friends who had a NES. I ended up having a SNES, but that was later on. Yeah, I was Sega. So Sega Master System and then the Mega Drive, which I have a feeling was called the Genesis in this in America. And then we had a Nintendo 64. Oh, that's it. Report back to Anton. Okay, we're done. Well, while we're here, I may as well... Oh my god, look at the time. We're 3 minutes away from the end. So let me see if I can quickly grab some Aetheryte crystal. Time has flown by again. So I won't hand this in. I won't hand this in to Anton. We'll come back next week and we'll hand it in and see what Anton's got to say. Time has flown by once again. Oh, I've just dropped my... Come on. Shouldn't really bother with this Aetheryte crystal because I can bring the buggy down here and get it by the ton. So I won't bother. Right. I think we may as well call it here because I've just got to ride myself and get myself home. Nice and safe. So let me quickly check. Is Bad Guy streaming tonight? He has got an up and coming video. So let's get this. So when we're finished here, everybody who's interested, please feel free to pop over to Bad Guy's channel and watch him streaming some Bellwright. Let me quickly catch up with chat. Pong, yeah, played that my first game on the smartphone. Steve says first console was PC. I'm 69. Kathy Ann says I'm lurking due to overeating out tonight, so stuffed I haven't even eaten a chocolate yet. Neither have I. I'm away to do that right now. Yanni says go to chocolate right now. Just got here from hitting the like button. Thank you, Yelno. Thank you. Sega Genesis, the lucky kids had one. There's Troy. Here we go. Great stream. Okay. Alright, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Much, much appreciated as always. Thank you to all that have been in chat. Best community on the internet, of course. Every week, and most knowledgeable as well. So thank you everybody for joining us. People lurking in the background, thank you as well. Thank you for everyone who will watch it in the future. Have a great what's left of your weekend, your Easter weekend, maybe a long weekend in fact. A lot of people will be off tomorrow. Have a great week going forward, and hopefully we'll see you back here next Sunday for some more shenanigans. Thanks all. Good night.